Alright, here is the long-awaited tutorial. Sorry for taking so long. I am a college student, so that comes first. Anyways, I just want to preface that this was not my idea. I actually saw my friend do it, and it was so beautiful, and I was like, this is the perfect gift. So I asked her if I could use her as friend's bow. So I found this little mailbox that Michael's was selling, and it was like a little Valentine's mailbox, and I grabbed that, and I was like, this is the perfect size, but realistically, you could do any size you want. Then on the lid of the box, I decided to sketch out roughly what I wanted to cut out and where I wanted to place everything, so I got a general idea. After making marks for everything, I cut out the big opening for the entryway of the photo booth. You're going to want to start painting the actual box itself, as well as black for the inside, the little cube where the photo comes out of. I also painted a little kebab stick to put inside of the mini box where the photo gets ejected from. And for all this, I was painting it on little pieces of cardboard. You could use leftover cardboard from boxes, packages, whatever. I also painted white on another piece of cardboard for the sign beforehand, so I didn't have to paint it later. After the paint dries, you're going to want to sketch where that little box where the photos come out of one more time with the pencil, and then cut it out with an X-Acto knife or any waves, cut it out. And then using the black cardboard that we painted before, you're going to want to cut out squares, rectangles, whatever. Measure accordingly to the size of the opening of where the photos come out of. Make sure to use a strong glue so it holds together. Personally, I used a hot glue gun, which I also recommend because it really held everything in place. For the sides of the actual photo booth itself, I wanted to decorate it with posters and just things that are memorable to my relationship. So I went to Pinterest and I looked up some cute pictures and some vintage posters. I created a little collage so that I could place everything in a small size so that when I print it out, it's all on the same thing and I could just cut it out. I also printed out black and white photos, and they're 4x4, which would mean that when I cut it, it's 2x2, and these will go on the actual photo strip. So yeah, you're going to want to cut everything out and then set aside the posters, and we're going to work on the photo strip after. And for the photo strip itself, I had some thermal labels laying around, and it was the perfect size because it's 2.2 inches, I think, which was perfect for my photos because it left a little border around since my size was 2x2. As for my little spinning mechanism, I just broke a pencil in half, stuck a crock charm to the end so that I could use it to actually turn it, and then put the roll through and then glued it inside. I also glued in the light pink cardboard that I painted before to create this wall effect. It should also line up with the opening of the photo booth. I found this thick red ribbon at Michael's and I decided to use it for the curtains. I used needle and thread and I just threaded it through the top area. And then I glued on the front of the photo booth that we made before. From the black cardboard that we previously painted, I cut out little black strips to create a border around the whole photo booth. After that, I glued on the posters onto the side of the photo booth with Mod Podge. For that like rustic kind of old vintage look, I used Mod Podge and I mixed a little bit of yellow and brown acrylic. I coated that on top of all the posters and also this sign you see here. As we near the end, you're going to want to make a sign to indicate that this is a photo booth. Oh, and I also printed out little tiny strips to put in the little photo ejector to make it more realistic. And yeah, this is the tutorial. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know.